Taiwan has a government agency that connects it with its diaspora around the world. And it's called the Overseas Community Affairs Council. And I'm very honored today to have Vice Minister of the OCAC, Roy Liu, with me here today. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, you know, we do know that a lot of overseas citizens come back to Taiwan for National Day. It's actually quite an exciting time of the year. Can you tell us how many of these overseas Taiwanese are coming back every year?
Besides the routine family reunion, every year there are about 6,000 overseas compatriots coming back to Taiwan to participate in the National Day, the Double Tenth Celebration Festival. Other than that, I think over 3,000 people, they will come back to Taiwan to attend the annual conventions or the seminars. And also the OCAC sponsored a lot of programs, such as the educational training program and cultural training program, and also the business training program.
Do you see an increased interest from our overseas citizens in coming back to Taiwan?
For young generations, we do enhance our effort to recruit the young generation to come back to Taiwan, such as we have a very interesting program. It's called the English Teaching Volunteer Service Program. Every year we will invite around 2,000 young people to teach voluntary English in Taiwan. This program has been attracting the young generation for decades.
So do they teach elementary school or how old are the students that they teach?
Most of the students in Taiwan will be the elementary and also the junior middle high school. And I think that will be helpful to reach the goal of the 2030, the bilingual nation policy, which Taiwan is working very hard to reach.
That's right. That's great. And I know that we're also working with the U.S. to teach Chinese abroad as well, right? So can you tell us about some of the programs and the centers for Mandarin Learning that Taiwan is expanding in?
On December 3rd, 2020, Taiwan and the United States signed a U.S.-Taiwan Education Initiative, highlighting and emphasizing Taiwan's important role in providing Mandarin instruction to Americans and also the people around the world. To promote the Mandarin learning, OCAC, my office, the Overseas Community Affairs Council, is going to establish 20 Taiwan Center for Mandarin Learning in the States and also in Europe, including Great Britain, France, and Germany.
I have a lot of relatives in the United States, and they actually miss Taiwan. They really care about Taiwan. What do you think our overseas, Taiwanese, what do they miss most about Taiwan usually?
I heard about this question very often. I think what impressed or what the overseas compatriot missed Taiwan the most would be Taiwan local cuisine.
Yes, food. Food is a big thing.
To ease their nostalgia.
Yeah. I'm also curious what you think the role of the overseas community is in Taiwan's development now, whether it's, social development, political development, business development. What kind of role are they playing in Taiwan today?
Most of the overseas Taiwanese, they care about Taiwan, and they wanted to do something for Taiwan, such as when there is some kind of a disaster which we do not wish to see, and the people around the world, the overseas compatriot, they will try to stand up, they will try to do something they can do to help the people back home. And also in international community, they usually speak up for Taiwan. They wanted to let the world hear the voice of Taiwan and also let the world see Taiwan. So I think Taiwan is not lonely internationally. We have a strong backup force, strength to support Taiwan everywhere.
So they play an important role
Yes.
for Taiwan in this world, we could say, right? I remember when we had our Freedom Pineapple campaign, when China suddenly banned the import of pineapples, to China, Taiwanese pineapples. And there were a lot of Taiwanese associations abroad, eager to buy our pineapples.
That's very impressive. There are I see two kinds of supporting for this pineapple event, where they can import pineapple, the fresh fruit, such as in Australia, Canada. They bought a lot of the pineapple immediately, and then for some countries, which the fresh food is not still permitted to be imported, they will buy the product of the dried fruit, and they show their care about Taiwan. No matter Taiwan is under any kind of pressure or any kind of difficulty, their heart is still with Taiwan.
What do you think about their participation in Taiwan's political scene? I know that I have some relatives who will donate to candidates, or who will, who are watching the elections even more closely than we are. So how would you say that their participation in our political scene is these days? Some people even come back to vote, right? They travel all the way from the United States and come back so they can vote.
I think that people travel very frequently. They often come back to Taiwan, and then just as I said, they had a reunion, and then they go back to the places they reside to do their business again. So many people at the election, including most in presidential election, this is how they showcase their care about Taiwan, and they want to speak up their voice, to support their idea, to support their candidate.
Yeah, it's great to see how many people care abroad about Taiwan. We also know that you have a special awards for those in journalism. And can you tell us about the awards that you're holding?
That's very interesting. We have the Chinese Language Journalism Award for Overseas Media. It is held to encourage the journalism to tell the world the stories about the efforts and contributions of the overseas Taiwanese around the world. And this year the subject is see the impact of the Chinese language journalism under the pandemic. And the award, this year we have 3 award categories, including print/internet reporting, broadcasting reporting, and also the TV/video reporting. The laureate of each category will be awarded a prize of, I think it's 75,000 Taiwan dollars. And also,
that's pretty good.
and also
very
for
generous.
The special award for the OCAC news correspondents, the laureate will be awarded a trophy too. So for those who are interested, please take the following notes noted. The submission is due on Sunday, August the 15th, and the award ceremony is on Wednesday, October the 13th, local time in Taiwan.
That's very exciting, and we'll have all the links below to your website so they can check out those awards. If you're doing journalism reporting about Taiwan and the pandemic and overseas Taiwanese, you might want to check out those links and enter the very generous prize of 75,000 NT dollars. Vice Minister, it's been wonderful speaking with you about our overseas community. Thank you so much, Vice Minister Roy Liu, for joining us today.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
I've been speaking with the Vice Minister of the Overseas Community Affairs Council in Taiwan, Vice Minister Roy Liu. Thanks for tuning in.